Hello, everybody! So, 2 minutes early tayo today. Just so alam niyong nandito na ako and I'm ready and I'm gonna wait for people to come and i-show na natin tong ticker para kunyari, professional tayo. So, if you guys remember, sinabi ko na maiiba naman tayo this month. I have a guest and she is Teacher Robyn, who is also a speech-language pathologist and also a mother. So for those of you who have always been curious, yes, teacher, ang sarap gawin yan, but I would like advice if you had kids yourself, ito na. Use this opportunity to ask Teacher Robyn later on during our Q&A kung paano niya hinahandle yung, because all the techniques that I teach, obviously they're ideal. Oops. What happened to my camera? Am I there? Hi, Giselle. Hi, Cla and Lorna and Cirella. And wait, let me show all of your comments because I value you and I want you to know that I'm reading your messages. Hello, Lorna. Hello, Cirella. Yes, good afternoon and blessed Saturday also. Hello, Glory. So I'll probably wait hanggang mag-50 tayo. I wonder if aabot tayong 50. But anyway, wala pa naman kasing 5 o'clock. So I'll give it until 5 o'clock and then I will present to you na Teacher Robyn, who I was saying is a speech-language pathologist and mother, but even more awesome is she was able to do all this and still write children's books. So she already has 3 children's books po, nakapagsulat po siya. So she is an author of yung 3 libro na i-giveaway natin ngayong buwan ng wika. And we are going to read, she is going to read one of them for you today. Hello, Maricel. And Honeylight, hello. And Arlene. And Venus Joy. Hello, guys. I'm so happy to see your names here. Hello, Maria Antoinette. And thanks, Cla. Okay, kasi sa akin, on my end, it's flashing. So, hindi ko, parang nagba-black siya, tapos babalik. So, hindi ko alam kung napapansin nyo rin yan. Hello, blessed afternoon also, Glenda and Josephine. Hello. God bless all of us. God bless us all. Hello, B-Joy. Nice to see you here. And hello, Maureen. I'm so happy to see so many familiar names. Kahit na tayo-tayo talaga din every month, it shows me how interested you guys are to keep learning, not just from me, but from the other concerns of the mommies here. I love it. I love it. We all learn from each other. Hello, Tina. Talaga? Andun ka pala. Bakit hindi ka nagparamdam, Bijoy? So ito si Bijoy, nakakausap ko siya dito through the page. And then, was it yesterday lang, Bijoy? Meron po kasing research yung isang doctor, a shucks, I forgot her actual title. She's a doctor that specializes in the neurodevelopment of children. You know what? Pupuntahan ko na lang yung profile niya sa IG kasi ayokong magkamali. She is with the Ateneo Medical School, and then she's doing a study on screen time in Filipino households na. Isn't that so exciting? Para meron na talaga tayong actual information na closer to our homes kasi yung mga studies ngayon on screen time nasa Western perspective, and although that information also helps us, iba na rin yung alam natin yung impact niya sa ating Filipino lifestyles, di ba? But so let me just look for her IG tag. The doctor that I'm talking about is the Growing Brain PH, and she is Dr. Angel D, and she is a parent coach for neurodevelopmental development. So yeah, it was so awesome. Andun ka pala, Bijoy. Nakakatuwa naman. ganda na nagmo-merge yung maraming communities natin. Hello, Emervic and Catherine. Good afternoon. Hello, Emer. And yes, of course, welcome always. Hi, Riza. Hello, Charles. You're here again. Nakahanap ka na ba ng love of your life? Kasi ito pong si Charles, ang tanong sa akin nung huling stream ko ay something nahugot, pag-ibig, things, ganyan. Di ko maalala. Hello, Jennifer. Blessed day. Nice studies on screen time. Yes. I will wait for the result of that study at syempre, isi-share ko yun sa inyo. Alam nyo namang advocacy ko talaga yung screen time na yan. Charles, good study habits. We will get to our Q&A later kasi una ngayon, ang first agenda natin is our storytelling with Teacher Robyn. So if you could ask that later again, I would be glad to address that. Hello. Ayan po. Hello, Ariane. Okay, everyone there who has questions, I'll get back to that later. Pero dahil po sequential lang po yung pagbabasa ko ng comments, baka po kailangan nyo i-type ulit. But sana maalala ko, turuan magbasa ang bata. Kasi kaya na niya magsalita ng 3 words. Okay, noted. How's the weather there? Nako, favorite topic ng kaibigan kong ayaw ng small talk. It's very gloomy here today. Hello, Camille. Hello, Paul. Oy, student ko yan I'm trainee ko yan dati sa call center. And this is Jasmine. Hello, Jasmine. And Mav. All right, nabasa ko na. Oh, hello, Papa Uwe. Guten Abend na dito, I think. Okay, all right. Now it is 5:04. I think it is time to introduce to you our beautiful speech-language pathologist, mother, and author of the book that we are going to read today, When My Friend Smiles. Ayan, para wala tayong reflection of light. But she also has written 2 others in this series of Gail and Pablo. So yung main characters po ng kanyang books ay laging si Gail and Pablo. So let's welcome, and if you can have a round of applause with your emojis kung sinong marunong dyan, let's welcome Teacher Robyn!
Hello everyone! Hello to all mga followers ni Teacher Kaye. Hi!
So, Robyn, I'll just give the floor na to you so you can do whatever, say whatever. So, guys, if you have your kids ages 3 to 9 years old, you can learn from Teacher Robyn the way that kung paano niya babasahin itong librong ito. And she will remind us of the tips, kung anong magagandang tips when we read books to our kids. But also, if they want to sit in, maganda pa rin, makikita nyo, you will be able to return demo kung anong ipapakita ni Teacher Robyn to your kids who are sitting with you. So yun po, I'll give you some time to get your kids ready. So i-prime nyo na po sila. So sa mga nakakaalam na ng prime, when I say prime, it's saying, okay, we're going to listen to a story now. Are we ready to sit still? Kung medyo malikot po sila, we can give them cues like, let's have quiet hands, let's put it on the table. Listening ears, listening eyes, let's looking eyes pala, seeing eyes, looking at the screen and the teachers, mga ganyan. So these are ways to prompt to get your children ready to listen. Hi, Ira! Ira is wag magtampo if PT, right? Physical therapist, Ira. Okay, Robyn. Hi. It's yours.
Okay. Good afternoon sa mga mommies and daddies na nanonood. So, if kasama niyo yung mga anak niyo, can you type in the comment section kung how old sila para medyo may idea ko if may mga bata na bang nanonood. Yan. So, I will be reading my 3rd storybook, When My Friend Smiles. So, I will do it in a way na pwede niyong gayahin, no? Mga mommies and daddies. Can you see the PowerPoint slide as well? So I hope it will be clear.
It's not
Ayan, your 5-year-old son. I
haven't.
I will share, no, Teacher Kaye? Ako
yes.
Nga pala. Okay, let me share pa pala. Share my screen so that you can see the slide. Hold on. And while I'm sharing my screen, ayan, you can go ahead and call your kids.
And may
Ayan.
mga sumagot na, Teacher Robyn. Their
Yes, I
kids
see.
are 5-year-old kids.
Ayan. Okay. So, kita na, no? Can you see the screen? And myself? Yan. Because I cannot see myself. Pero siguro nakikita nyo naman yung PowerPoint and the book. Ayan. Okay. So, let me begin. So, mga kids, if you're watching, the title of the story is When My Friend Smiles or Nang Ngumiti Ang Kaibigan Ko. So, you can see 3 characters dito sa cover page natin. And what do you think the story is about? Ano kaya yung kwento ng story natin? Tungkol saan ang kwento nito? So, malalaman natin. So, let me show you the first page. Ayan. Okay. So, makikita nyo, andyan si Gail at Pablo. Yan yung dalawang characters ng story. At nakaupo sila sa parang... Saan sila nakaupo? Sa loob ng bus. Bakit sila sa loob ng bus? Kasi they are going on a special trip. Pupunta sila sa kanilang Be a Buddy trip. Yan. So sabi nung teacher nila, lahat tayo nasasabik na, excited na tayo para sa ating Be a Buddy trip. Ayan. Ito si Ginoong Garcia. Makita nyo? Si Ginoong Garcia. At nagbigay si Ginoong Garcia ng konting paalala sa kanila. Sabi niya, baka mahiya kayo pag na-meet nyo yung mga buddies nyo for the first time. Okay lang yun. Siguro sa simula, medyo nakakailang. Pero pag mas nakilala nyo na sila, I'm sure you will enjoy your time together. Ayan. So let's go to the next page. Ano nakikita nyo? Nakikita nyo ba si Pablo na kumakain ng cupcake? Tapos ano hawak niya? May hawak siyang spoon. Kakatuwa, no? Ganun ba kayo kumain ng cupcake na may hawak kayong spoon? Si Pablo, ganun siya kumain. Tapos sabi ni Pablo kay Gail, sabi niya, excited ka na ba na makilala yung mga buddies natin? Tapos sabi ni Gail, oo. Sabi niya, kakaiba ka kumain na, Pablo. Nakakatuwa. Sabi ni Gail, alam mo, sa tingin ko, mabilis nang kilalanin yung mga buddies natin. Tapos sabi ni Pablo, sana yung mga buddies ko mahilig rin kumanta tulad ko. Kasi si Pablo, mahilig siyang kumanta. Kayo rin ba mahilig kumanta? Ano yung mga favorite songs niyo? Si Pablo, siguro favorite song niya, baka The Wheels on the Bus. Ganun ba? Ayan, let's go to the next page. When they arrived, ayan na, nakarating na sila dun sa pupuntahan na lang school. School for All Learners. Yan yung pangalan ng school. Tapos, sabi ni Ginoong Garcia, ito, bunutin nyo na yung mga papel. Tapos nakasulat dyan sa papel yung mga pangalan ng buddies nila. Kasi bawat isa sa kanila ay ipapares sa isang estudyante mula sa paaralang ito. So magkaka-partner sila. Ayan, nakita mo si Gail, may hawak na siyang paper. Ano kaya nakasulat sa paper? Sino yung magiging buddy ni Gail? Ayan, makikita mo dito, may 4 na characters. Ito si Pablo, ito si Gail, ito si Mark and Angela. Tapos, tingnan yung mga itsura nila. Ano kayang pakiramdam nila? Masaya? Malungkot? Mukha silang excited, di ba? Kasi nasasabik na silang makilala yung buddies nila. So, sabi ni Pablo, nabunot ko si Erica. Sabi naman ni Jim, sabi naman ni Mark, ako naman si Jim. So, sabi ni Gail, ano kaya ugali ni Amy? So, medyo curious si Gail. Tapos, sabi naman ni Angela, hindi na ako makapaghintay na makilala si Greg. Ayan. Let's go to the next page. Ito na. Ito na si Timmy. May gustong bumati sa kanila. Ang pangalan niya ay si Timmy. Tapos sabi niya, kamusta kayong lahat? Bungad ni Timmy habang pinapakita niya ang kanyang malaking ngiti. Ayan, ngiti nga kayo ng malaki. Yung mga kids na nanonood. Can I see your big smiles? Ganyan. At makikita nyo sa damit ni Timmy, merong isang sticker. Ano nakasulat dyan sa sticker? Nakasulat, class president. So, ibig sabihin si Timmy, class president siya. So, siguro leader siya sa class nila, no? Pag class president, may mga pinapagawa yung mga guro sa kanya. Ayan. Tapos, tingnan nyo to. Si Timmy kasi mahilig siyang mangyakap. So, niyakap niya lahat sila. Niyakap niya si Pablo, si Gail. Kasi sobrang saya siya na makita sila. Gusto niyang ipadama kung gaano siya kasaya. Tapos sabi niya, halika. Kilalanan na natin yung mga buddies nyo. So, very excited si Timmy. Kita nyo naman yung ngiti niya, parang wala na siyang mata kasi sobrang excited, sobrang happy niya, parang ganyan. Ganyan, sobrang excited. So, let's go to the next page. Ito na. Nakilala na ni Pablo si Erica. So, sabi ni Pablo, "Hi, Erica. Ako si Pablo." Sabi ni Pablo nang makita niya ang kanyang body. Si Erica naman ay bingi. Kaya, minwestra niya kay Pablo na hindi siya nakakarinig o nakapagsasalita. So, paano niya kaya minwestra to? No, siguro sabi niya, hindi ako makapagrinig, hindi ako makapagsalita. So, gesture niya. Gustong-gusto ni Erica magkwento kay Pablo tungkol sa kanyang sarili. Kaya, kinuha niya ang kamay nito at agad na isinama sa music room. Ano kaya itsura ng music room? Tingnan natin. Ayan, makikita nyo, may blue piano sa likod. Tapos si Erica, mahilig rin pala siyang kumanta. No? Pero, hindi niya ginagamit ang kanyang boses kasi nga bingi siya, di ba? She is deaf. So, hindi siya nakakapagsalita. Wala rin siyang pandinig. Sa halip, kumakanta siya sa pamamagitan ng kanyang mga daliri, braso, binti, mukha at puso. Namangha si Pablo. Tingnan niyo yung itsura ni Pablo. So ano kaya pakiramdam ni Pablo? Amazed siya, namangha siya. Sabi niya, wow, kakaiba kumanta si Erica. Nagawa niyang kumanta ng maganda sa kanyang sariling pamamaraan. Kaya sinabayan ni Pablo si Erica at very happy sila. Nakangiti nga yung dalawa. Oh. Ayan. So sino naman ang next? Ang next student I see Mark. Ito yung body ni Mark. Sabi niya, "Hi Jim, kamusta? Ako si Mark." Sambit ni Mark. Habang nakipag-appear siya, so mag-virtual high five nga tayo mga kids. High five! Ayan. Tapos mapapansin nyo, sabi ni Jim, "Hi." So medyo hirap pala magsalita si Jim. At kung makikita nyo, saan nakaupo si Jim? Nakaupo siya sa parang isang upuan na may gulong. Ano tawag doon? Wheelchair. At makita nyo, meron siyang iPad. Bakit kaya siya may iPad? Para saan bang iPad? Ginagamit natin to para saan? Para manood ng videos, mag-play ng games. Si Jim, ba't siya may iPad dito? No, tingnan natin ha. Meron siyang iPad kasi ginagamit niya ito bilang isang communication device. So dito siya nakikipag-usap kasi nga hirap siya magsalita. So nagta-type dyan si Jim. So ngayon, anong tinype ni Jim? Nag-type siya ng, "Do you want to play Lego?" So yan yung tinype niya at natuwa si Mark. Sabi niya, gusto pala ni Jim maglaro ng Lego. So agad niya kinuha yung Lego at tumabi kay Jim. So ito yung gamit ni Jim para makipag-usap sa ibang tao. Yan. Exciting, no? Next naman, I see Gail. Kaya lang, tingnan yung itsura ni Gail. May narinig kasi siyang isang batang babaeng sumisigaw habang umiiyak. So anong tunog doon? Try nyo nga, sumisigaw habang umiiyak. So parang, ganun, sumisigaw habang umiiyak. So anong reaction ni Gail? Natuwa ba siya? Excited pa ba siya? Parang hindi, no? Tingnan nyo yung itsura ni Gail. Parang natatakot na siya. Natakot siya dun sa sigaw ng babae. So sabi ni Teacher Ian, huwag kang matakot. Si Amy yon kasi naiinis si Amy ngayon kasi hindi niya makita yung paboritong lilang baso. Yung favorite purple cup, hindi niya makita. Ayan, no? Kaya medyo natakot si Gail. Meron ba kayo dyang purple cup? Tingnan nga natin. Mag-quick break tayo sandali. Can you show me your purple cup? Kung nahanap niyo, pwede niyo i-type dyan sa comment section. Nakita ko na yung purple cup. Meron ba kayo dyang purple cup? Kahit laruan, parang ganito. Yan. So mga mommies, pag nag-tell kayo ng story sa mga anak niyo, pwede kayo mag-insert ng quick game, parang ganito. Para lang to make sure they're still eagerly listening and paying attention. Ayan. Parang ganito, may purple cup kasi yung 2-year-old daughter ko, mahilig siya maglaro ng mga ganito. So yung pala yung reason bakit naiinis si Amy, hindi niya mahanap yung purple cup. Okay, so balik tayo. Ayan, yung iba nakakita ng purple cup. Very good. So sama natin as props as we go through the story. Ayan. So si Teacher Ian, lumuhod siya at pinakalma niya si Amy gamit ang kanyang mahinahong boses. Ano kaya sinabi ni Teacher Ian? Sabi ba niya kay Amy, "Psst, tigil mo yan, huwag ka na umiyak." Ganun ba sinabi ni Teacher Ian? Parang hindi, no? Siguro sabi ni Teacher Ian, "Amy, naiinis ka, no? Kasi hindi mo makita yung purple cup." halika, hanapin natin, tulungan kita. Baka ganun yung pagkasabi ni Teacher Ian, no? Kasi he was using a gentle voice. Tapos kinausap na ni Teacher Ian si Gail. Ayan. Ano sabi niya kay Gail? Sabi niya, si Amy kasi nahihirapan siyang gumamit ng mga salita para ipahayag ang sarili niya. Pero kailangan natin lahat ng kaibigan, lalo na sa mga araw na malungkot tayo. So napaisip si Gail, nakaganon siya, gawin niya nga yung action na gano'n, Sabi niya, ano kaya pwede kong gawin? Sabi ni Gail. So nagsimula siyang tumingin sa paligid niya. At mamaya pa ay nakita na niya ang lilang baso, ayun no, katabi ng pitcher at saka ng blue glass. Ano pala sa lamesa? So, anong ginawa ni Gail? Syempre, kinuha niya. At, tingnan niyo yung next page. Ayan. Tuwang-tuwa na si Amy. Tingnan niyo yung itsura ni Amy. Diba? How do you think she feels? Ano pakiramdam niya? Siguro sobrang saya niya. Tumatalon pa nga siya. Tapos, kinampay niya ang kanyang mga kamay. Ganun siya kasaya. Tapos sabi ni Gail, ayan no, ito na yung purple cup, Amy. Ano kaya pwedeng sabihin pa ni Gail kay Amy? Kasi si Amy talon ng talon eh. So, sobrang saya niya, tumatalon siya ng tumatalon. So siguro sabi ni Gail, mukhang masaya ka ngayon, Amy ah. Parang masaya ring tumalon-talon. Pwede ba akong sumali? No? So sabay silang dalawang tumalon-talon. At nakipagtawanan na si Gail kay Amy. Masaya na silang dalawa. Nag-enjoy na sila. 'Di ba? At ang last student naman ay si Angela. Ito si Angela. At ito si Greg. Nakikita niyo ba yung ginagawa ni Greg? May hawak siyang paintbrush. So nagpipinta siya. So sabi ni Angela, andiyan ka pala, Greg. Nakita niya si Greg sa art room. At si Greg may kakaibang talento sa pagpinta. Tapos sabi ni Angela, ang ganda naman yan, Greg. Pero si Greg di siya sumagot. Patuloy lang siyang nagpipinta. Tingnan natin yung next page, ha. Ito yung ginawa ni Greg na painting. Tapos si Angela, manghang-mangha siya sa painting ni Greg. Pero si Greg, hindi siya tumitingin sa mata ng ibang tao. Parang hindi siya komportable na tumingin sa mga mata ng kausap niya. Kaya si Amy, sabi niya, siguro hindi pa handa si Greg makipag-usap. Mag-aantay na lang ako. So si Angela tumabi lang siya kay Greg. Tapos nag-antay lang siya hanggang matapos si Greg sa pagpinta niya. Hindi naman niya minadali si Greg na, uy Greg, bilisan mo. Andito na ako, maglaro na tayo. Hindi ganun yung ginawa ni Angela eh. Naghintay lang siya hanggang matapos si Greg. Tapos, ayun na. Pagkatapos ni Greg pagpinta, sabi niya, ito ang monumento ni Jose Rizal. Yung pala yung dinadrawing ni Greg. Ito yung Rizal Monument. Tapos sabi ni Amy, wow, kamukhang-kamukha yan ng monument. Kasi nakita ko na yan eh. Sobra silang magkamukha. Ang galing mo naman, Greg. Si Greg, hindi pa rin siya tumingin sa mata ni Angela eh. Pero makikita nyo, ngumiti na si Greg, diba? So ano kaya pakiramdam niya? Siguro masaya siya nung narinig niya na sinabi ni Angela na magaling magpinta si Greg. Napangiti ni Angela si Greg. Ayan na. And then, finally, oras na para umalis ang seksyong mabait. So it's time for them to leave. Makita mo, nagbababay sila, nag-hug, ayan no, nagwa-wave. Tapos itong si Erica, nagsa-sign language ng goodbye, ganyan. At natutunan nila ngayong umaga ang isang napakahalagang aral. Para maging isang body, kailangan nilang tanggapin ang kanilang mga pagkakaiba at tugunan ito ng pagmamahal. So that means we have to embrace each other's differences and respond with love. No? So ayan, nakaupo na ulit si Gail at Pablo sa loob ng bus. Tapos sabi ni Teacher Garcia, na ikwento nyo nga kung ano yung mga natutunan nyo sa Be a Buddy trip natin. So, nauna si Pablo. Okay, ano kaya natutunan ni Pablo? Sabi niya kay Gail, yung mga buddy natin, kakaiba man silang kumanta, magsalita, maglaro, at matuto, ayos lang yun. Kakaiba rin naman akong kumain eh, di ba? Naalala nyo, paano kumain si Pablo ng cupcake? Gamit ang kutsara, di ba? Gumaganon siya. Tayo madalas, isang subo lang, di ba? Si Pablo, kutsara gamit niya. So sabi niya, ayos lang yun. Lahat tayo ay magkakaiba. At yun ang dahilan kung bakit tayo ay tayo. We're all different. That's what makes us, us. And now, si Gail naman. Ano kayang natutunan ni Gail? Sabi ni Gail, alam mo ba, sa tingin ko, kaya nilang sabihin ang mahal kita sa iba't ibang pamamaraan. Nagbibigay sila ng mga ngiti, di ba? Hinahawakan nila tayo, hinahug, tumatalon pa sila, sa sobrang saya. Ganon nila pinapakita ang kanilang pagmamahal, sabi ni Gail. Di ba, naalala niyo si Angela, talon ng talon? Kasi sobrang saya niya, ganon niya pinapakita yung pagmamahal niya. Tapos sabi ni Gail, nang dahil sa kanila, nais ko tuloy maging isang mas mabuting kaibigan. No, she wants to be a good friend. So sana tayo rin na maging gawin natin ang best natin to be a good friend para maging isang mabuting kaibigan. And then, ayan na, they are now waving goodbye. So mag-wave nga kayo ng bye-bye sa akin. Kunyari, nag-wave kayo ng bye sa mga characters natin. So habang ang bawat isa sa kanila ay nakangiti at nagpapaalam, naging malinaw sa kanila ang isang bagay na mayroon silang lahat. Lahat sila ay gustong magkaroon ng kaibigan. Kaya sabik na silang makita ulit yung mga buddies nila sa susunod. Kasi sa susunod na taon, magmo-merge yung dalawang schools nila. Yun yung good news. Magmo-merge ang school nila Gail at yung school nila Timmy. So they're very excited for that. At dito nagtatapos yung kwento natin. The end. Yan. So mga mommies, usually after you end the story, pwede pa kayo mag-ask ng follow-up questions. For example, dito sa libro kong to, meron na akong binigay mga follow-up questions. Tulad niyan, no? So, para after the storytelling time, pwede nyo pa i-process further with your children. So, for example, question number 1. Ano-ano ang mga pwede mong gawin para ipakita ang kabutihan sa mga taong iba ang paraan ng pakikipag-usap at paggalaw? So, sige, if yung mga kids na pwede na mag-type, you can type your answers there. How do we show kindness to someone who may seem different? So, pwede nyo itanong sila. You can help them come up with the answer. Siguro, pag may nakilala tayong isang taong di makapagsalita or isang taong bingi, baka pwede natin bigyan ng pagkain. Pwede tayong magpakilala, tapos mag-hi tayo, di ba? We can make friends. Or kung meron tayong kamag-anak na hindi makapaglakad, pwede natin sila tabihan, kwentuhan, di ba? Mga ganyan. Another type of question you can ask, for example, yung number 4. Ayan, may kilala ka bang nakapagsasalita o may kilala ka bang hindi nakapagsasalita o may kakaiba sa kanyang mga kilos? Nasubukan mo na bang makipag-usap o makipaglaro sa kanya? So this time you're trying to relate the story naman to their experience. No? So para ma-apply rin nila yung story, and then they could also look on their own experience. How can they relate with the story? So siguro meron tayong tito, di ba? Naalala mo si tito ganon or si lolo ganon, naka-wheelchair na siya, no? O ano pwede natin gawin para mas makilala natin siya? Tapos, kunwari question number 6, bakit mahalagang magkaroon ng kaibigan? So this is a reasoning question naman. Why is it important to have friends? No? So parang here, you can see many types of questions. Pwedeng mga what, who, how, why, and it would help you process with your kids the story better. And after that, ayan na pala, papakilala ko pala yung mga characters sa inyong mga kids if you're still there. So the characters in my story, ayan si Timmy, he has Down syndrome. Si Erica, she's deaf. Si Greg has autism. Amy has autism. And Jim has cerebral palsy. So this is actually a good opportunity for parents to talk about these conditions with their children so that they could raise awareness, which is the goal of the book, diba? Para mas maging aware tayo with these conditions. And also we learn how to be friends with people who may seem different from us, but we're actually all alike, diba? We just have different life experiences. So ayan, ito yung mga characters in the story. And the main lesson that we can learn is to choose kindness and to embrace each other's differences. So after telling the story, you can actually think of mga activities. So how can we apply this story? Or we can draw and paint and color. What can you draw? Maybe yung favorite part mo sa story. So ngayon, yung mga kids, you can draw maybe your favorite character and then you can share it on social media. You can tag me. Mga ganyang activities ba to make it more fun and meaningful. Yan. So actually, dito na nagtatapos yung story ko. So let me stop my screen share. And, okay, andyan pa ba si Teacher Kaye? Ayan. So I hope nagustuhan niyo yung story. And, yan, if you want to order, we'll just type in the comment section siguro where you can order.
I've already shared your Facebook page and now I'm sharing din po yung Instagram page ni Teacher Robyn. And you can accept orders from both Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. Yay!
Yan.
Thank you, everybody. Now is your chance to ask Teacher Robyn anything about the story, being an SLP mother, anything that you want for about how many more minutes can you spare with us, Teacher Robyn? But first, let's thank Teacher Robyn, oh my gosh, for giving us this time this afternoon and grabe yung talents of writing 3 books. Yay! So
Thank you for having me.
Type your comments and questions to Teacher Robyn. And then just in case yung mga napadaan dito pero hindi pa namin followers both, we have a giveaway for Teacher Robyn's books na Gail and Pablo. So nakita nyo na kanina and narinig na natin yung story ng When My Friend Smiles. But she also has When My Friend Wins. Oh, what do you think this is about naman? Kasi di ba minsan yung mga anak natin kapag bata pa lang sila, hindi pa sila sanay kung ano yung mga feelings of losing kapag naglalaro tayo, di ba? So this is a super good introductory story for mga ganyang klase, how to handle their feelings when they lose or win. And then she also has When My Friend Cries. So again, about empathy and building friendships. So all 3 of these books are nasa Buwan ng Wika giveaway po natin, which is until this August 31. Ano ba ngayon? August 28. So you have a few more days. August 31, the mechanics posts are on both mine and Teacher Robyn's feeds on Facebook. So you can just check out how you're going to join that contest. But kung ayaw nyong magdepende sa contest at you must have these books na, i-contact nyo na lang po talaga si Teacher Robyn sa Gail and Pablo on Facebook or Robyn Chua R on Instagram. So yon, friends. Where is Manong Jim daw?
Andun po siya sa blue book. Naiwan siya sa When My Friend Cries. Ibabalik natin siya next time. Yan. I think I saw one question.
Sige, go ahead.
And then, before I leave, I can answer that question, no? And then Teacher Kaye can take over. So someone asked, si Bijoy, sabi niya, how do I keep my 2-year-old focused on books? Minsan kasi distracted agad. Yeah. So, like my daughter, she's 26 months old. Tama ba? So yun nga, medyo short pa yung attention span nila with reading. No? So we have to choose materials that are appropriate for their age. So choose mga storybooks na magaganda yung illustration. So actually yung ganito, effective na siya for my daughter kasi mapapansin yun, nakafocus siya sa mga emotions sa mga characters. Ayan, napunit. Nakafocus siya sa mga emotions ng character. So very catchy actually yun sa mga young children. So one tip first to make sure na they're focused all throughout is make sure na your environment is quiet, walang TV na naka-on, walang video sa cellphone kasi syempre, madidistract talaga sila. So make sure na okay yung environment mo, walang maingay, and then set a time na you read with your child. So pwedeng nakasit siya sa lap mo or magkaharap kayo para very okay yung mood, kumbaga, very meant for reading. And then you make it very animated, lalo na pag young kids. So, exaggerate yung voice, yung face, di ba? Parang, para lang kayong, kunwari nasa TV kayo, pero actually yung audience nyo is yung anak nyo lang, but just make it very fun and exaggerated. And then you can focus on the pictures. You can point. You don't have to read the words ng stories kasi minsan it's too long. The sentence structures are too long. So you can just simplify it, keep it short. Just talk about the pictures. That way they learn vocabulary. And then, well, look at this. Oh, it's a blue book or it's a blue cup. Wow, ganyan na. Wow, you see what this boy is smiling. How do you smile? Show me your smile. Ganyan. So parang you just make it fun and entertaining. Include actions. You can even sing while you read. Yan. And I would also like to siguro just end by saying that it's very important talaga to read with our kids. Meron nga isang study that shows na if you read at least kahit 5 books a day with your child, when your child enters kindergarten, she would have parang 1 million more words compared to a child who has not been read to. So parang even if you just read 1 book with your child, that child would have heard mga 250,000 more words compared to a child who has not been read to. So they really learn a lot through reading. No, they really learn a lot through reading. As long as you make it fun, don't make it parang school type na, oh, how do you read? When, my, di naman ganon. Our goal is really to spark muna yung love for reading before they learn actually to read word per word. So just make it a fun experience for them. You can, be creative, make it playful, ganyan. Okay, yan. And then, ang dami ko kasing screen, nalito ko.
Oo nga, and then, we're so high-tech today.
So I can share actually a video of my daughter. Kasi what we do with my daughter, so we always read with her. Tapos minsan actually, kahit walang storybook, you can make your own stories. Mahilig yung daughter ko doon. So before we go to sleep, kahit walang hawak na book, so you don't really actually need to spend a lot on books. Even if walang book. No, sabihin story time. So I'll just make up a story now. One day, there was a little girl. Her name was ganyan, Mary. Mary likes to sing. So parang ganyan lang. You just make your own story and then she's actively listening. You can use stuffed toys, ganyan, to make it, parang kayo nag-role play to make it very fun for your child. So ganun lang. And then sa kakaulit namin ng every day we tell stories hanggang she was able to learn to make her own story. So I'll show a short 1-minute video lang of what that looks like. Let me share the audio also. So I'm only sharing this para makita nyo na it's actually possible. You don't need to use, saan na ba yung video ko yun? You don't need to use expensive materials or you don't need to use mga apps to teach your children to speak or talk. You just really need to spend time talking with them, reading with them, playing with them. So ito. Let me know if my audio
Ayan.
Okay.
I want to read that.
Wow. Then the end. Very good. It's
How about a
nice
story naman about mommy?
Story about mommy naman.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go. Story about mommy.
Louder. That's it.
Louder, baby. Again.
One day there was a boy named Daddy. Daddy did
Ayan. Short lang siya actually, but because she always hears us telling stories, she was able to pick up these words and then on her own, she could make her parang own simple story. So yeah, that's what you can do. Just read with your kids, make it fun. Yan.
Yay. There's a question, Robyn. I mean, I can also answer it, but I don't know who it's directed to. So when is the right age na makakapag-read na on their own ang mga bata?
Yan. Actually, we don't have to pressure them. Yung iba kasi gusto 3 years old, 4 years old nakakapag-read na. But this actually takes time. Some would even start reading mga 6 pa, diba? 5, 6, 7. But as early as 4, they could start yung mga simple CVC words, no? But it's not the priority, actually, for us. We
So
want
I
them...
always get asked this nga rin on my streams, parang, what are the first things that we should teach our kids. So lagi kasing nabibring up, how do I teach my 2-year-old? Hindi pa po niya ma-recognize yung alphabet. So it's really not that relevant to their life. Diba? Lagi kong sinistress na it's more important na meaningful yung information for them. Because kahit na alam nila yung alphabet, if they do not know how to use it, as in hindi pa naman sila magbabasa at 2 or 3 or sometimes even 4 years old, it's irrelevant. It's just memorized knowledge. So usually makakapag-read ang mga bata kapag ipinasok nyo na po sila sa school, when they start their academic education. So there is time for them to learn. Hindi po natin sila kailangan i-pressure. But you can teach them the awareness of the letters as early as, kapag nadadaanan mo sila when you're reading books. And di ba minsan may mga books na ang laki nung first letter, yung capital letter of the sentence. So you can point to things like, that's the sound A, but in passing lang. Hindi mo sa kanila, every time bubuksan mo yung book, ano to? Anong letter to? Ilang beses ko na sinabi sa'yo itong letter na to. So, guys, the reading is really more for academic preparedness and their educational journey, and not one of the things na kailangan nilang matutunan early.
Yeah.
Teacher, one last question, Teacher Robyn, before I let you go. Let's clarify again kung saan nila mabibili yung books and how much daw po yung isang set, if that information is okay to...
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, I have a website where you can order. So it's www.gailandpablo.com. Yeah, gailandpablo.com. And then you can order there. So the books are actually very affordable. I wanted to price it na affordable for all Filipino families. So one book is $150. This one is $180. So for 3 books, it's $480. Yeah, and then I also have resellers. Meron din sa Shopee, Lazada, ganyan. So kung mas prefer nyo doon, pwede rin. If not, you can order through the website. And yeah, praying, sana my 4th book will come out. Sana praying before the year ends, no?
Oh wow, before the year ends na!
Sana.
All right, guys, as in, one last call. Any last questions for Teacher Robyn? Because she has to go. She has given us so much of her precious, valuable time. Thank you for spending this afternoon with us. So last call na, guys. One last minute. And if none, let's give another round of applause for Teacher Robyn.
Thank you. You can always reach me naman in the Facebook page or an IG page or IG.
Yay!
Thank you, Kay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you again. So I'm going to stay, guys, for the usual libreng konsulta. So sa mga bago po dito, let's all remember that this is a public live stream. So yung mga i-comment nyo po ay maaaring mabasa rin ng ibang tao. So kung ano po yung mga information na i-disclose nyo habang nangyayari itong public live stream na ito, it will be accessible at makikita siya ng ibang mga tao. Hindi lang po tayong dalawa yung makakabasa nito ng mga comments nyo. Also, yung mga hindi pa po sanay, hindi po ito libreng assessment, hindi po ito libreng therapy session, but I can help you for like specific problems na na-encounter nyo sa bahay with regard to speech, language, voice, hearing, articulation. Nasabi ko na ba yung feeding? Nakalimutan ko. So yan po yung mga tipong questions that you can ask me now, and we have a few more minutes. We have about 20 more minutes for any questions. So alam kong may mga comments sa taas. So hindi ko na po siya mabalikan kahit anong scroll ko, ayaw na po. Pero naaalala kong kanina may nagtanong, better study habits. Better study habits is making a routine. That's my number 1 advice. So kahit anong edad ka pa man, if you want to do something better, it's always the regularity at yung consistency ng paggawa mo, because ganito tayo matuto. So if you want to improve your child's reading, kailangan araw-araw may binabasa siya. So it's practice and regularity and routine. Let's see. Guys, I'm sorry kung meron kayong tinanong tapos hindi ko na talaga makikita sa taas. Just please retype it But I'm going to, I'm skimming through the, ito. Okay, here. Like ng son ko yung book, kaso ang dali magsawa, and then may follow-up siya. Tapos pinupunit niya pag nasasawa na siya. So number 1 po, the safer types of books to present to our children who are about 1 to siguro up to 1.5-year-olds are our board books. What do I mean by a board book? Yung board book po ay yung hindi pa maninipis na papel at yung parang karton pa po siya. Kaya hindi po nila mapupunit ng madali kahit anong gigil nila. So this book naman is also part of our Buwanang Wika giveaway at ito ay mga unang titik at salita. And alam nung pag-describe ko nito, because I've always wondered why ang konti ng material natin na Pilipino about the first alphabet words. So alphabet words ay yung mga, 'di ba, nakikita natin sa mga may mga poster na binibenta na A is for apple, ganyan. Pero kung tutuusin, kung iisipin nyo, ilan sa inyo ang nag-a-apple linggo-linggo? I mean, gaano kadalas kayo makakita ng apple sa bahay ninyo? So my friend, Kyla Rivera, made this nung nagkaanak siya kasi nga hindi siya makahanap ng Filipino alphabet literature. Wow, literature. So ito po ay may mga letters and corresponding words per letter na very localized, very Filipino yung context. So maaaring mas madali nilang matutunan kasi familiar yung concept sa ating mga buhay as Filipinos. And also, so just to respond to a part of this, nung sabi niya, mabilis magsawa sa libro, there are kids na parang, pag narinig ko na yung story na yan, ox na. May ganun lang talagang personality, doesn't mean there's something wrong with them, but parang for them, it's done, I know it na. But I also, right after your comment, I posted my link. Of course, you cannot, even if I show it there, wala palang title, but it's, I think, episode 10 on how to better read stories and books to your kids na mas mariretain nyo yung attention nila. Na medyo na-touch on na rin ni Teacher Robyn kanina yung mga techniques. So if we go back to the way she read the story, mga napansin ko, she had a lot of pauses. Kunyari, babasa siya, tapos magpupause siya, tapos gagamit siya ng close statements. Alam mo yung close, C-L-O-Z-E, which means parang magbibigay ka ng keywords pero hindi mo bubuuin yung ideya para sila yung magbubuo. So kanina dun sa story, merong tinanong si Teacher Robyn, yung upuan niya, may mga gulong sa ilalim. Ano kayang tawag dito? Gulong. Gulong sa English, wheel. Ang tawag dito ay wheel. Anong tawag sa upuan? Wheel chair. Hanggang makuha nila yung chair. So that's one of the techniques that you can do to teach new words or parang to help them see, kaya pala. Kasi if something clicks sa kanilang understanding, mas malamang maaalala nila yung information if they understand it. But also kapag pinupunit po niya yung libro, let's also pay attention to nung impulsive behaviors mismo nung bata. So you might have to start with other ways of managing their impulsive behaviors. So I also have tips on impulsive behaviors in, okay, hindi ko memorize anong episode na ba yun? Managing episode 23. So it's titled How to Deal with Grabbing. Okay, hindi ko mabasa yung buong title. Pero episode 23 is managing unnecessary or undesirable behaviors. You might want to look at that kung may napapansin kayong ibang undesirable behaviors sa anak nyo. This one, yung anak ko, 3 and 6 na, she loves storytelling. Pag nagkwento po ako, nagbabasa Pero pag siya may hawak ng book, more on pictures lang po tinitingnan, kailan po siya kaya makapag-start magbasa. So we already discussed this kanina. So it will take very explicit teaching naman talaga. Yung kunyari, na-mention ni Teacher Robyn kanina, it will start with CVC words, CVC consonant, vowel, consonant. So these are words like dog, cat, ganyan. So if you just keep showing them the way that words look and the letters and the sounds, and I want to remind you na yung alphabet, when we say A, B, C, is different from yung sounds nila. As in, A, B, K, na mas ito yung information na kailangan for reading. Because we don't read, for example, dog. We don't say D, O-G, diba? I mean, D-O-G. We don't read that way. We read with the sounds. So it's also important to, when they know the letter already, there's also the corresponding sound kapag nakita nila yon. So instead of A, when they see it, they need to remember, yun yung sound that corresponds to that letter. All right. Doc, paano po sasabihin sa bata na magustuhan nila ang pagkain kagaya ng gulay? Paano po ang mga way? Ano pong gawin pag mag one-sided eyes sila at mag-close sa eyes nila? Paano siya i-handle? Thank you po. Pag ayaw, umiiling or itinatabi yung muka. Okay, so I don't specialize in the feeding, as in picky eaters behaviors, but ang mga ko lagi is, hindi talaga kasi natin sila maipipilit, but we can try to make it look exciting. So always show them na, sarap na sarap ka kapag kumain ka ng gulay. Simulan mo rin with less aggressive tasting na gulay. So, wag naman yung tipong pakainin na agad natin, let's say, ng ampalaya kasi strong yung flavor nun. So, we'll start with mga things na very mild ang flavor like kangkong, di ba? Hindi masyadong maalasa, or carrots, ganyan. And then, also try na yung servings ay maliliit lang para hindi sila na-overwhelm na, kailangan kong kainin yan lahat. So, pwedeng kahit tigi-isang subo lang. But yeah, generally, it's the whole concept of happy eating, a good relationship with food, is also allowing them to have dislikes. So, hindi naman po kailangan lahat makain nila, but I understand na gusto mo siyang kumain ng gulay because it's healthy for them na kumain ng gulay. So in that sense, try. I've posted this before, but there's a speech-language pathologist that I follow kasi nagsispecialize siya in picky eaters. So I'll post that information later. Maybe I'll share the link with you when I can recover it. Hindi ko memorize kung ano yung IG username niya. But so yeah, try those smaller portions, make the food exciting. And always eat together. So, para sabay-sabay kayong kumakain. And then, all right. Kaya na ng anak ko mag-read ng alphabet, mahilig siya mag-spell, lalo pag may nakikita siya sa mga damit namin going 3 years old. Cute. All right. Ayan, may nag-share. Guys, yung books ni Teacher Robyn, meron din daw po sa Shopee. Ayan. Thank you for sharing that information. And then, all right. My baby is 2 years old and not yet talking. Any advice on how to help him talk? Okay, I'm going to give you very general advice because medyo malawak, wala ako masyadong information on your 2-year-old, anong ginagawa nyo sa pang-araw-araw. But my number one thing to consider is, nakakanood po ba ng videos or naglalaro ng games or anything na may gadget exposure yung bata? Because ang laki-laki po talaga ng epekto ng screen time ngayon sa mga kabataan, sa mga babies. So for babies 0 to 2 years old, ang recommendation po ng CDC ay ideally po ay kung ang pinaka-perfect situation ay wala po silang screen time dapat. And on my Instagram, that's also at Teacher Kaye Talks, you will see that I posted the signs of screen addiction, and this includes delayed speech. So why? What happens? I also have an episode on screen time. I explain kung hindi lang siya sa pagmamahigpit. Ito ay ipe-paste ko po yung link ha, yung aking episode on screen time. Hindi lang siya sa pagmamahigpit na, you know, new age parenting dapat walang screen time. Hindi po. As in, backed by studies, meron pong nangyayari sa brains ng mga baby kapag nakakanood sila ng hyper-stimulating videos. What do I mean by hyper-stimulating videos? Yung one way, so hindi po video calls, okay po yon. Yung tipong video na mga nursery rhymes, nakatunganga lang sila, tapos mabibilis masyado yung mga pangyayari. At sobrang makulay, at sobrang nakaka-addict yung mga sounds kasi ang daming sound effects. So obviously very entertaining for them, but it also does something to their attention and overall focus, and later it will affect their behavior, and then their overall development. Kasi hindi na kasi sila maka-learn. They are so distracted and hyper-stimulated. Wow! Kaya niyang punitin ang board book. So, mukha pong kailangan po nating obserbahan yung kanyang impulsive behaviors kasi dapat hindi na po siya, medyo nakokontrol na po niya yung gigil niya sa mga bagay na hindi niya dapat ginagawa. Can I use read aloud videos in YouTube instead of me reading to the kids? Yes, but please do not show them the videos themselves. Kung gusto niyong ipalisten lang sa kanila para meron silang not visual, wrong word, meron silang auditory information na nangyayari, just stimulation, pwede din naman po. That's okay. But so if someone else is reading, and especially if they are young, it really still needs to be facilitated. Kasi kahit na meron silang auditory stimulation from reading, pero kapag iniwan mo lang sila doon, hindi nila make sense yung words unless you pause it, kunyari, tapos merong word na hindi sila maintindihan. For example, the bird is in a cage. What is a cage? So, i-pause nyo muna and make sure that you can maybe draw what a cage is or explain na a cage, dun tinatago o hawla, dun ano ba yan? Dun nakakulong ang mga preso. Wow, ang lalim. Bakit kayo nagbabasa ng books with preso? Mali ang example ni Teacher Kaye, but you get my point. All right. How do I teach my son na tawagin kami by mama or dada instead of just making loud noise na, yung medyo annoying sound kaya mapapatingin ka sa kanya sometimes with matching hila ng kamay para mapunta attention sa kanya. So, depende po kung ilang taon na po yung anak ninyo. Is a good sound for about 6 to 8 months kasi baka nagkukuwing pa sila, but definitely by 8 months dapat babbling na po at meron na po silang, medyo nakakagaya na po sila ng mga consonants katulad ng pa, ma, at ba. So, yung dada, if siguro mga 1.5 years old, baka lumabas na ang da, pero depende din talaga sa mga bata. So, on my website, I'll post the link. I have a sound development chart that you can check kung anong mga sounds dapat na sasabi na ng mga anak nyo at certain ages, and you can use that as a guide. But again, iba-iba po ang mga bata. So even if it says that the first usual sounds that they learn to say are the vowels and p, b, and ma, may mga bata na makakasabi ng g, g, g first or da, da, da first. Like yung friend ko na sobrang nalungkot siya dahil ang first word ng anak niya ay dada at hindi mama. But that's just how it happens. Children all develop differently. Here, I'm pasting my sound development chart if anyone needs that information. So, teaching any word requires a lot of repetition. So, kung gusto mo talagang i-train na magmama or dada na, kunyari, hinihila na kayo, tapos sabi mo, sinong tinatawag mo? Mama ba or dada? So, and then really point to your mouth. Kung gusto mo sabihin, ma, dapat close your lips. Can you try to say that? So you can look at my episode on how to make the sound for tips on cueing them, kung paano nila masasabi or ma-imitate ang mga first sounds nila. So, ano bang episode title ng sound? Recent lang yun. Madali lang yung hanapin. Wait lang. It is episode 42. Alright. Next. Teacher Kaye mas prefer po ng 18 months old baby ko yung i-action, yung turong mga salita kaysa bigkasin. For example po, kapag want niya po ng milk, magsa-thumbs up po siya kaysa po sabihin na gusto niya ng milk. Ano po kaya magandang gawin para sabihin po niya needs niya? Create more expectations. So I think it's episode 8 and 8.1 na kapag ginagawa niya yon, pretend not to understand. Tapos, like my advice on imitating mama or dada, you can also do it for other words. Like, kung gusto mong milk, sabihin mo, you want milk? You want give milk? Give! Or any sound approximating the word na gusto mong sabihin niya bago nyo ibigay. So, withhold nyo muna yung desired object and give them plenty of opportunity to attempt bago nyo ibigay yung gusto niya. But also, again, uulit-ulitin ko to because this is really one of my advocacies now is kapag po may screen exposure yung bata, it really affects their intent to communicate. What do I mean about intent to communicate? Minsan, dahil parang solved na sila dun sa pinapanood nila kasi feeling nila busog na busog yung utak nila, wala na silang interest sa ibang tao. Na parang kahit kausapin mo kahit kausapin nyo sila, iisnabin na niya kayo. Or hindi niya naiintindihan na may kailangan siyang gawin or mag-exert ng more effort to get things that they want because kapag nakaupo sila doon, siguro bibigyan nyo pa rin ng merienda, ganyan, kahit nakaupo lang sila at nakatunga nga sila all day. So, they feel very served too. Yung parang bang napagsisilbihan masyado. So, please check out episode 8 and 8.1 for more tips on creating more opportunities and more obstacles. Alright, nawala ako dun sa sequence. Nasa na tayo? Hello, Miggy. Nice to see you here. Teacher Kaye, I sent you a PM. My 1.5-year-old, 1.5 din niya sinasabi yung mga dating kaya niyang sabihin. Napansin ko kasi pag tinanong ko siya ng do you want water? Opo lang sagot niya. Sa lahat, opo. Ngayon, binibigyan ko siya ng choices para sabihin niyang water kaso naiiyak siya. Yes, there will be a transition period when you're teaching pa lang bago niyong ine-expect na sabihin niya yung water. Hindi po nila immediately maintindihan if for a long time nakukuha niya just by saying opo. So, iisipin niya, bakit ngayon hindi ko na nakukuha kapag sinabi kong opo kung dati nakukuha ko siya kahit opo lang yung sabihin ko. So, there will be that transition period. So, i-gauge nyo lang po yung frustration tolerance ng anak nyo, kung gaano kabilis siya mapikon na pag may kita yung paiyak na ganyan. You can just give one last model na water, and then ibigay nyo na. So, always give the learning opportunity and always give the model before giving them their desired item. So at least nagka-teaching opportunity kang naibigay. Hindi yung puro testing na what do you want? Tapos hindi nga niya alam kung paano sagutin eh. So ibigay mo muna yung sagot. When they are still babies, always just give the information kapag nakikita niyong nahihirapan or hindi pa nila nagagawa. And related to that, I want to say na yun talaga, let's avoid to teach better talking. We want to avoid testing. So yung laging what's this, what's that, say this, say dada, say mama, pero wala namang meaning. So this is also on my episode 1 and episode 25, which is the longer, parang the updated version of episode 1. Always making things meaningful. So instead of testing always, stimulate always. So always just give the target words that you want to teach. Hello, Kristen. Ano pong recommendation niyo to convince my child to eat with us? So first of all, you need to build the routine of eating together. So dapat, I mean, I know if your lifestyle is kanya-kanya kayong kumain, kasi ako as an adult, hindi na rin kami sabay-sabay kumain sa household namin. But as children, you need to build that routine for them na kapag breakfast, lahat kayo uupo sa mesa, lahat kayo walang ibang ginagawa, walang nagbabasa ng newspaper, walang nanonood ng TV, walang nanonood sa tablet. When you sit on the table, you are all sitting together and eating together at yun lang. So, yeah, my number one advice is building the routine for them so you don't have to convince them. It's like, it's just something that you do as a family. Nagiging matter of fact siya, parang ganon. No, you're welcome, Anne. And then, same yung anak ko, mga nasasabi niya, galing po sa mga napapanood niya. Mga 3 na siya next month. Okay, so when we have this problem, yung mga nag-uulit ng mga naririnig niya sa mga pinapanood niya, that's already a sign of screen addiction, na nagiging echolalia na yung nagiging communication habits nila. I have an episode on echolalia. Let me just get the the episode number. Episode 33 po, echolalia. Ang ibig sabihin lang po nito ay when you echo, di ba, parang inuulit mo. So kapag nag-uulit sila ng salita ng ibang tao, kapag kinakausap sila, that can mean so many different things. But number one tip, if napapansin nyong ang ginagaya niya ay galing sa pinapanood niya, which we call TV talk, kapag walang sense, try to understand. Okay, I want to give a concrete example. So, kunyari tinatanong mo, what do you want to eat? Tapos ang uulit-ulitin ng anak mo, imbis na sabihin niyang hotdog, sasabihin lang niya, tender, juicy! So, imbis na, pero alam mong yung tender, juicy, let's say, it's a memorized phrase from a commercial. Pwedeng sabihin mo lang, gusto mo ng hotdog. So, uulitin mo lang yung target word, hot dog, imbes na sabihin mong tender, juicy. And then you can ask them to repeat, okay, gusto ko hot dog. Tapos tingnan mo kung ulitin ka niya. So that's one way that we can correct some echolalia. Pero yung mga echolalia na nangyayari na out of the blue, as in, maririnig nilang sila, okay, meron akong client dati na kahit anong gawin namin, bigla niyang sasabihin, oh yeah, what's happening? As in, kahit anong ginagawa namin. Nasa gitna kami ng game, nasa gitna kami ng nagtatalon kami sa trampoline. Oh yeah, what's happening? It's because nakuha niya from some show, tas tumatak sa kanya. So when it does not, okay, number one is try to figure out if it is meaningful. Baka naman sinasabi niya yun tuwing na-excite siya. Pero if feeling nyo walang ka-connect dun sa ginagawa nyo, i-ignore nyo lang. Huwag nyong patulan. Kasi baka rin nare-reinforce yung, what are you saying? Every time pansinin mo, nare-reinforce yung behavior. So, it's so complicated because there is no one way to do it. You always try one theory or try one technique, see if it works. Kung hindi, we'll try another one. So wala po tayong mga formula or set solution. Hindi po siya mathematics, ganyan. Because they are people, they are children. Okay, next. My toddler is blind and still doesn't talk. My daughter is 4 years old and is visually impaired, still doesn't talk. She's diagnosed with GBD. Okay, so this is a more complicated case because kapag visually impaired po, mas mahirap po tayong mag-present sa kanya ng information at maiintindihan niya kung paano magkaka-meaning sa kanya kung hindi niya nakikita what you're talking about. So let's pretend you're talking about a pen, right? Where are my pens here? So kunyari, paano niya, let's just try to put ourselves in the shoes of someone who is visually impaired. Kapag sinabi sa inyong pen, this is a pen, but you can't see what we're talking about, what are other ways that we will know what a pen is? So that's using their other senses. So you can make them hold it, make them feel, it is a long and thin item, and then you can give them the function. So pwedeng we hold it like this. Usually meron siyang takip, kailangang higitin muna yung takip. Tapos ginagamit to ng mga pwedeng panulat ito ng mga messages. So it's so important to use their other senses to give them the information na hindi mapaprovide ng kanilang vision. But it is possible to teach them how to communicate. But my number one advice right now is find a support group for blind children, para din po what other parents and families in the community do to give their children the best lives that they can have. So I wish you the best of luck, and let me know how else I can support you. So I'm so sorry if you guys, kung yung mga nagtatanong ngayon ay nag-message na sa medyo naging busy lang po ako, so hindi ko pa po nababalikan yung mga messages, or yung mga messages na inuunti-unti ko ay mga parang 2 weeks ago pa. So sobrang hindi po tayo sakto sa timeline. So I will get to your messages, hindi ko po kayo ini-ignore. So thank you for coming if you had already messaged that to me before. So nakakalungkot nga po kasi late siya makipag-usap, mga 3 na siya, pero alam niya na mag-count at mag-alphabet. Dami na niya alam, pero ang makipag-usap ayaw niya. So mommy, kapag marunong po mag-count at mag-alphabet, pero again, like I said in the beginning of the stream, for mga 2 to 3 years old, medyo irrelevant pa po ang mga counting kasi hindi pa naman sila magma-mathematics. Irrelevant pa naman po ang alphabet kasi hindi pa sila expected mag-read. So if we think, bakit nila alam yung counting at yung alphabet? Kayo po ba yung nagturo? Then that means what's good about that is kung naituro niyo yun sa kanya, matuturuan niyo siya ng ibang words na magagamit niya meaningfully, because receptively, natututunan nila basta't paulit-ulit. But another thing to consider is baka alam lang niyang mag-count at mag-alphabet dahil sa ulit-ulit na panonood ng nursery rhymes, then all the more hindi po siya meaningful information sa kanya. So my advice to you is to maybe have an experimental period where itigil po muna yung screen time, any screen time. And I want to encourage you kasi sa dami-dami nang i-inquire sa akin, ang laki-laki ng percentage ng mga magulang na ganitong mga klaseng inquiries. Yung anak ko po marunong mag-counting ng alphabet, ng colors, ng shapes, pero ni mama o ni daddy hindi pa nasasabi. So medyo irregular yun kasi usually, mommy and daddy yung pinaka-meaningful words na unang masasabi ng bata. So we already know, there's something that's not developing normally for this child. And since hindi naman pa tayo nagpapa-assess, pero sana makonsider nyo na magpa-assess na sa isang speech-language pathologist. Pero dahil hindi pa tayo nakakapagpa-assess, what are the factors that we can control? Siyempre, hindi natin makokontrol o masisilip kung anong nangyayari sa brain nila. So, unless makapag-therapy na sila where we do a series of trial and error, hindi natin alam kung anong mag-work. But one thing you can control at home is to try 0 screen time. And I promise lahat ng hindi naman lahat, sorry. Baka balikan ako ng aking hasty generalization. I would have to say about a majority of the people na nagsasabi sa akin ng ganito, na inabisuhan kong itigil po muna yung screen time, bumalik sa akin within as little as 4 days to 1 or 2 weeks na, ayan, biglang nakikipag-usap na po yung anak ko. Screen time lang pala. So guys, lahat ng may ganitong klaseng problema, subukan nyo lang po. Trust me, the screen time, ibang klase na po talaga yung epekto nila sa generation of children na to. So please, 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 give it a shot. Try lang naman, walang mawawala sa inyo. 2 years old na po sa Teacher Kaye yung may sound for attention. Ayan, mommy, so kung 2 years old, tapos hindi pa po nakakapag-mama or dada, so again, balikan po natin yung speech and language milestones natin na usually by 1 year old, dapat meron na siyang at least one nasasabi na salita. But that's at least one, but at 1.5 years old, ang laki ng itatalon niya. Biglang kailangan meron na siyang 10 to 50 words. So kung 2 years old na siya, tas hindi pa po niya masabi nung mama o dada at ang nasasabi pa lang niya ay sana po makapagpa-assess na po sa isang speech-language pathologist para malaman po natin kung ano mismo yung nagko-cause ng problem or ng delay ng speech ng anak ninyo. Yung daughter ko po na blind, nagbababbling lang po siya. Before nasasabi niya dede and nakanta po siya pero more on humming lang po. Wala po siya mabuong salita. So obviously po dahil nga po kulang yung ano niya, yung mga ways of receiving information. Yun, try niyo po baka po kasi hindi niya maalala yung mga words na sinasabi sa kanya unless meron siyang tactile cue. So syempre masasabi niya yung dede kasi alam niya yung dede kasi kapag nasabi niya yung dede or kapag sabi mong you want dede, isasaksak mo yung dede sa bibig niya. So alam niya, ito pala yung dede. But if you don't present everything in the same way, na parang meron siyang tactile information na yung nahawakan ba niya, natikman ba niya, narinig ba niya, kasi hindi nga niya nakikita, then baka hindi niya na-retain yung information na yon. So we need to really maximize the cues that we give them. Alrighty. Woo! Medyo napapagod na ako Ang excited ko kasi, my goodness. Okay. Hi, Teacher Kaye. Sobrang thankful po ako sa inyo. Thank you so much. Sinunod ko pa mga tips niyo, both YouTube and mga sagot niyo sa Kumu Live. Uy, Kumu pa. Madaldal na po ang 2-year-old ko. I'm so happy to hear this. Medyo bulol pa po siya. Sa k and sounds lang ang nasabi niya. I learn how to teach consonants po, teach. So 2 years old, this is okay. If pinost ko na po yung sound development chart. So ang k, if I were to look at the chart right now, kasi hindi ko memorize yung iba, ang k starts to appear at 2 years old, but yung learning ng k can go up to 5 years old. As in yung mastery, yung baga lahat na ng salita ay may k sound. At yung ng naman as in sing, same time frame ng k. So, appears at 2 years old and mastered by 5 or 5.5. So, okay pa po yung mga bulol niya ngayon, but make sure that if you want to be, anong tawag doon? Namamind block ako, hindi ko maisip. Kung gusto mo yung to try to utilize cues din, pwede mong sabihin k. So, when we say the k sound, yung dila natin, kunyari ito yung dila ko, paano ko ba ipapakita? Kunyari ito yung dila ko real time. So ito yung harap, ito yung likod. Yung dila natin sa likod ang didikit sa ilalim at sa likod ng ating ngala-ngala. Try to do it. Mararamdaman nyo na parang bababa yung dila nyo, ganon. So if you want to teach that sound, pwede nyo kunin yung kamay ng anak ninyo at habang ako ang magsasabi ng sound, ilagay nyo dito, para maramdaman niya, uy, dapat pala nandun yung dila, nasa may likod, dun siya dapat pupunta. Sound ay parang kabaliktaran naman ng k, ito naman aakyat naman po yung dila natin sa taas. Medyo mahirap siyang i-cue kasi wala siyang, pwede ko siyang sabihin na walang nangyayari, except for lalabas yung, ang pangit, ba't ko ginawa yun? Lalabas yung hangin sa ilong ko kasi nasal sound din siya. So hindi sa bibig lalabas yung hangin, kung hindi sa ilong. So I hope you can try that. But okay pa po yung 2 years old na hindi pa po gaano kaklaro sa ibang may similar concerns. Up to 3 years old, maaaring ang mga bata ay may 20% pang articulation errors, yung parang medyo nabubulol pa sila, pero pay attention kung 20% of the time na lang. Ibig sabihin, like, even less than half of the time, if kung gusto yung i-quantify that way. So, hi Teacher Kaye, I'm watching from Bulacan. Hello from Quezon City. Quezon City! Charit. Okay. Oh, thank you for tagging your friend, Judith. And thank you for tagging your friend again. Hi, Maria Cecilia. Familiar name again. You're welcome, Riza. Alo, nag-skip na naman yung ano ko. Thank you for sharing, baby. Anak ko, gayang-gaya na niya si Blippi lahat. Minsan naman alam niya yung mga nasasabi niya at nagagaya. Okay, so, nasa sa observation nyo na po kung nagiging non-functional na po yung mga paggagaya niya. So, kunyari, kung masyado niyang paulit-ulit na ginagawa na yung mga naririnig niya, tapos parang wala na sa lugar, then medyo problem na siya. But if you think na hindi siya problem naman, ano nyo na po yun? Just make sure also na sa developmental milestones, walang namimiss yung anak nyo so that okay lang yun. Thank you, Teacher Kaye. May sensory issues din po kasi yung daughter ko, kaya medyo hirap. Although may OT naman po, hanap po kami ng SP. Yay! So kung sabihin po ng OT na ready na yung working behaviors, and what we mean by working behaviors ay yung attention span, sitting span, impulsive behaviors na kanina may na-mention na like grabbing, tearing, pushing, or frustration tolerance problems. Kapag sinabi ng OT na, may mga ganito pa pong problema, hindi pa po siguro nila makakayanan mag-speech therapy, then we will wait for their advice kung pwede or ready na po si anak na mag-speech therapy. But I'm so glad you're getting the intervention that you need kasi the earlier the better. Mahahanap natin kung ano yung magkiklik for your child. Kasi I think once matutunan niya, paano ba ako matuto with kahit na wala akong nakikita, magtutuloy-tuloy na po yun. So, yeah. I wish you the best of luck. Teacher, ako yung dating nag-PM sa'yo, sobrang laki ng improvement niya. Nung sabi mo mag-testing, mag-testing and no gadgets po siya. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that, Carmina, mommy. Yes, thank you for coming on just to share that. See, guys, listen to your fellow mommies. Success stories, I love it. Natatawag na niya ako ng mommy tsaka nagda-daddy na rin siya. O, di ba nakakakilig? Ang saya-saya. Thanks, Teacher Kaye. I'll continue to do techniques from your episode 8. Mahirap lang kasi naghahabol din ako ng weight gain ni baby. Oh my gosh, kaya talagang guilty ako kasi nagbigay ako agad ng gusto niya. Napapanood ko sa ibang pedia na red flag yung regression, yung nasabi na niya dati, pero ngayon hindi na niya, kaya super worried. Ano po meaning, is it super serious or need ko na lang sundin yung mga techniques na nasa episode niya? Dami niya naiintindihan, pero konti pa lang nasasabi niya. I personally don't like, I try to avoid as much as possible yung red flag. Although it just means naman na it's something that we might have to be concerned about. Kaya parang when we see red flags, ano lang naman siya, parang sinasabi lang, take note, parang ganyan, must remember, or parang balikan natin to kung nakita natin ulit or masyado nating nakikita madalas. But always listen to your pedia. If meron siyang mga hindi na check sa developmental milestones, humingi na po tayo agad ng tulong because the earlier the better. I made a post about this. Tas meron akong mga ginamit na images na I think might better explain why early intervention is important. Hindi yung maghintay na lang tayo, baka naman matutunan niya. Because especially in the first 1 to 3 years, grabe yung utak ng mga baby nyo. It will go from 0 to thousands of words in the first 3 years. So if we wait and see, yes, it's possible naman talaga na makahabol sila eventually. Pero sayang yung panahon na yon na hindi nila na-maximize yung kaya pala sana nilang i-communicate na sa atin. You're missing very important moments of your baby's lives. But yes, regression, sa mga hindi familiar sa term na to, ito yung parang minsan may nagagawa na silang skills, tas napansin nyo at a certain age, ay, hindi na nyo nagagawa. So things to consider with any regression is kung merong trigger event. And itong pandemyang to, trigger event ho ito. Mas lalo kung ang lifestyle nyo ay araw-araw silang pupuntang school, araw-araw kayong lumalabas, and then all of a sudden, nasa bahay lang tayong lahat. So that could be a trigger event for children. So always try to create a routine for them para ma-ease yung mga ganitong possible trigger events. Or if it's something more specific, like kunyari, yung baby nyo, nung unang beses sinubukang uminom gamit ang baso, parang medyo nabilaukan siya. Minsan may mga baby na natatakot na silang uminom sa baso at all. Kaya nagtataka kayo, umiinom naman yan dati sa baso, pero ngayon niyang uminom sa baso. It's possible na nagka-choking event na hindi tayo aware, that is making the baby not want to try it again. So, ang dami po kasing pwedeng reason. But like I said, and trust your mother instinct also, because they're very, very valuable. You have an intense bond with all of your children. Kung sa tingin nyo, parang may hindi tama, okay lang maging praning. Mas okay lang maging cautious. Okay, wag naman praning. I don't like that word pala. Kasi may mga tao naman na parang lahat na lang kinatakutan. Let's not naman live that way. But if you think that there is something that you need to be cautious about, by all means, humingi na kayo ng tulong. There is no shame in asking for help, especially with something as precious as our lives and your children's lives. I hope that helps you. Medyo broad yung advice ko. Teacher, may ma-recommend kayong speech pathologist for consultation? Yes, please message me. Shucks! Okay. Sige, guys, kung may mag-message sa inyo, sorry kung, kasi, okay, hahabulin ko yan early next week. I will read the inbox. But yes, guys, sa lahat ng mga kailangan ng speech-language pathologist, although ako po ay sa kasulukuyan ay walang free therapy slots, at tumatanggap na lang po ako ng kaunting speech-language assessment kasi may waitlist na po ako, I can always try to help you find a teletherapist, as in an online therapist, or a therapist na malapit sa area ninyo. So, baka lang minsan natatagalan, mas lalo kung wala sa NCR yung mga location nyo, kasi sin manual ko pong hinahanapan po kayo ng mga therapist. But yes, please contact me. Also for other people balikan ko to. Also for other people who are looking for other professionals in the field, like a general pedia, a developmental pedia, other physical, wala pa pala akong physical therapist, occupational therapists, other speech therapists. Yung Instagram account ko po, talagang pinipili ko lang po talaga yung fina-follow ko para mas madali nga po nyong mahanap yung mga kakailangan yung mga resources. So if you're trying to look for some professionals in the related field, try to scroll through my followed accounts. Baka po mahanap nyo yung kailangan nyo. Hi, Teacher Kaye. Sunod ko po yung advice nyo. No screen time kami for a week. Natuto na po siyang makipag-communicate and my words na po siyang nasasabi. Thank you, teacher. Grabe, ang saya ko. 3 na kayo, guys. 3 na kayo. Itong stream pa lang. Guys, palakpakan. Okay. Rest ko lang yun. Rest period. Thank you for sharing the stream, Shara. Guys, we have, actually, I need to be wrapping up now because hanggang 6:30 lang ako dapat talaga. But let's see kung ilan pang comments baka naman matapos ko. My 6-year-old son, di pa din conversational when we are trying to connect and talk to him. Palagi po tinatakpan yung mga bibig namin as if trying to tell me to stop talking. I'm adjusting whether I'm loud or many times I simplify the sentence. How do I deal with this? So often, if it's I'm just guessing because obviously hindi ko kilala yung anak ninyo, but sa akin, when this happens, when my client covers my mouth, it's because alam niyang may i-elicit ako sa kanyang either a word, may gusto akong ipasabi sa kanya or ipagawa sa kanya and ayaw niya. Kasi alam niyang kapag may elicitation ako, may kailangan siyang gawin, and that's one way of avoiding tasks. So this is also a working behavior issue, yung task avoidance. So one way we can do this is to change the behavior. So if you can catch him na in the act of tatakpan niya yung bibig mo, you can just hold his hand, put it down, and say, I need to say this, or parang you cannot cover mommy's mouth. Hindi yun nice. Parang I won't close your mouth, mga ganyan. Especially dahil 6 years old na siya, at if there is no other concern about his speech or language naman, like I don't know po kasi if 6-year-old typically developing, as in meron na dapat reasoning yan. Dapat makakausap mo na siya na hindi tama yun. You don't do that to anyone, especially someone who is older than you. So please try to look back on my episode on behavior modification techniques. Parang na-paste ko na sa taas kanina. Hindi ko kasi maalala kung ano na naman yung Teka, sige na nga, hanapin ko ulit. Wait lang. Episode 23 po. And try to see how you can fit into your lifestyle and the way that you communicate with your son, kung anong pwede mong gawin to replace that behavior. But at 6 years old, reasoning should already help na, do you want me to cover your mouth? Diba? It won't make you feel nice. Mga ganyan-ganyan. Teacher, paano po kaya magpa-assess? So usually, ang assessment po, ang nangyayari po dyan is there will be an baka na misunderstand ko yung question mo. Paano magpa-assess sa isang SLP? Kung naghahanap po kayo ng SLP sa akin, i-message nyo lang po ako and I'll try to match you with a therapist that is either near you or an online therapist. Pero just in case may interesado sa inyo kung ano man nangyayari sa isang speech and language assessment. So usually the first part is we interview the parents. Kung hindi yung parents, ay kung sino man ang nagha-handle or nag-aalaga dun sa bata. Someone who is very close at alam yung the way the child communicates, para ma-explain sa akin kung ano yung mga missing skills. Ano yung mga skills na napapansin nyo at hindi nyo napapansin, kung bakit kaya naaabala na kayo. Also, I will ask about the history of the pregnancy, of the kung significant ba yung labor, etc., yung delivery, any other medical conditions, medical history, everyday activities, screen time, So after the interview portion, meron po kami usually ginagamit ng mga standardized assessments. Ang ibig sabihin po ng standardized ay iginawa na po sa maraming mga bata para makakuha ng average na ganito mag-respond ang mga bata sa mga gantong klaseng tanong. And so kapag na papagawin po namin yung standardized assessments na yon, especially if it's an online therapist, malamang po kailangan namin yung help ng magulang para ma-elicit yung skill or yung word dun sa bata. Pero kung face-to-face naman po, kaya naman po yun ng speech-language therapist mag-isa. So the main point of an assessment is to see what can the child do? How is the child communicating at this point? And ano yung hindi niya magawa para malaman natin anong problema, saan nanggagaling yung problema, at paano natin sila tutulungan. The most important thing, paano sila tutulungan. Before yung 2 years, marami siyang nasabi pero biglang nawala. May chance pa ba makapagsalita ulit? So, because I don't know kung ano po yung background, kung bakit nawala yung pananalita, hindi ko po masasabi kung may chance pa ba makapagsalita ulit, but very vaguely, yes, kapag bigyan po natin sila ng kinakailangan nilang tulong at tanggalin po natin yung mga factors na posibleng nagkakos nitong pagkawala ng skills nila, there's always hope, because yan po ang theory of neuroplasticity, and that means na sa buong habang buhay ng isang tao, makaka-learn tayo hanggat sa nakaka-receive tayo ng information at maging meaningful ito sa atin. Nagka-create yung brain natin ng unlimited connections para we keep learning. So yes, there's always a chance na makapagsalita pa sila. But I want you to consider these things. Again, baka may naging trigger event. Number 2, baka nasusobrahan ng screen time. Kahit ang mga batang nakakapagsalita na dati, kapag overstimulated ang kanilang brains, maaaring ayaw na nilang makipag-usap. And then, if it's becoming concerning, like may mga iba ring bagay na biglang hindi na niya magawa, for example, napapansin nyo, hindi na rin makahawak ng baso or anything like motor skills, kailangan na po talagang magpatingin sa doktor para malaman bakit may regression ng skills. Paano kaya yung madami na siyang sinasabi pero di ko maintindihan, medyo frustrated siya kapag di ka naintindihan. Okay, so depende po kung gaano katanda na yung baby. But kapag maraming sinasabi pero hindi maintindihan, it could be sa pagbibigkas ba may problema? Articulation issue ba ito? Kasi hindi ko alam kung ilang taon yung bata. Or is it jargon? Yung jargon po ay yung parang yung tono nila ay parang adult, parang tayo magsalita, pero hindi tunay na salita yung ginagamit nila. So meron po akong episode on jargon, and that is episode, wait lang. My episode on jargon is episode 34 po. So episode 34, para lang po maka-attend ako dun sa ibang questions, na-explain ko na po dun lahat what I think you are trying to ask help for. So episode 34, Mommy, thank you. Okay, anak ka lahat ng reason nasa kanya, sinisisip talaga self ko kung bakit ang aga ko siya pinapanood ng video 7 months na nakapagsalita na siya at papa. Naka 1 year pa na po, nalimutan na niya yan, hindi ko pa. It's okay, Mommy. Okay, number 1, and this is for all of you. Guys, pag may napansin tayo at naging aware tayo na may mali tayong nagawa, tapos na yon. Let's never ever focus on blaming ourselves, blaming, someone, anything, and focus on solutions. So, naiintindihan ko, Mommy, na there's probably guilt, but hinga ng malalim and say, okay, I will do better. So just make better decisions. So yes, the first thing you can try is to remove na yung screen time. So, and yes, kapag medyo concerning na, malayo na po siya sa developmental milestones po, magpatingin na po ng sa isang specialist. 3 words siya, kaso minsan ginagaya lang ako tapos di alam ano ibig sabihin sinasabi ko kapag kinakausap nakatingin lang. 3 words siya. Kaso, shucks, kabit ba to sa something? I'm so sorry. Kakabit ba to ng kanina? 3 words siya. Kaso minsan, ginagaya lang ako tapos di alam ano ibig sabihin sinasabi ko. Sorry, Mom Arian. I'm not sure kung anong kakabit na nito kanina. Sorry, I lost track. But, so kapag nakatingin lang po sa inyo, try to use other cues. So pwedeng i-gesture nyo po yung sa tingin yung sinusubukan niyang sabihin para po may accompaniment yung target word natin kapag tinuturo po natin. Hi, Teacher Kaye, si LO ko po, mag 3 years old na nakanta po siya A to Z, pero yung iba, himig lang. Pero ano po kaya pwedeng gawin para ma-improve po yun? Okay, so kung wala ka pa po kanina from the beginning of this stream, nasabi ko na po na hindi po masyadong relevant ang alphabet for mga 2 to 3 years old. I mean, fine, it's nice to introduce it to them, pero wag niyo po siyang gawing goal na makanta niyo po yung A to Z. So mas importante po na nakakapagsalita siya, nakakagamit siya ng words na magagamit niya para makahingi sa inyo ng mga bagay, makapag-express ng mga, Mommy, look, ganyan. Kasi yung A to Z po, memorization lang yan. So, baka ayaw lang niya talagang i-memorize kasi ano ba itong pinagsasasabi ko? Kasi memorization lang yan. Wala pa yung meaning sa kanila. 3 years old daughter, meron po siyang focal epilepsy. Okay, I'm not so familiar. Mesial temporal sclerosis and speech delay. Nakakasalita po siya ng, opo, mama, didi, saka numbers and alphabet po na bulak. Makanta din po siya ng ABC, pero humming and bulod, di pa rin niya. Mami, bihira lang po. Di pa rin siya makasalita. May eye contact naman po siya, pero ayaw imitate yung tinuturo ko. Kung sounds of words, may nakatingin siya. Pero pag actions na po, okay, Mami, putol po. Kasi I'm using this website called StreamYard. Hanggang dyan lang po sa dot na po siya. Pinutol na po yung comment nyo. But number one is, okay, so meron pong mga other conditions ng anak ninyo, which means na we need to help her and help her focus super 265%. Di ko alam kung saan nanggaling yung 65. Pero yes, especially with epilepsy, and I'm not so familiar with what focal epilepsy means, but epilepsy means it's a disorder where magsi-seizure ng anak nyo. And a seizure is electrical firings in the brain. And when that happens po, it could damage yung brain ng tao. And kapag may mga areas yan of language or learning or anything in the part of the brain, because our entire brain is super important, but kung may mga matouch po yan at madamage from the electrical firings, maaaring may mga regression of skills. So mas mahihirapan silang mag-learn kasi parang natutunan nila pero na-damage nung seizure nila. So back to zero na naman. I'm not saying this is always what happens to all children with epilepsy. I'm saying these are considerations. And having said that, kapag po mukhang may mga natututunan siya, kasi meron siyang mga opo, mama, didi, very good. At yung alphabet and yung numbers, again, not super relevant. And that means kapag nakakakanta siya, that means paulit-ulit po sigurong nanonood or baka nakikinig lang. I don't wanna judge, but kung nanonood ng mga nursery rhymes, itigil po natin, mas mahihirapan po si baby mag-focus on learning kapag nadadagdagan pa natin yung brain load niya ng hyperstimulating video. So just one thing to consider po. If hindi ko po na-address yung mga tanong nyo, dahil syempre, ang iikli lang naman po ng description nyo at ang iikli lang rin ng time ko to respond to just what you said, you can always leave me a message on a private message. Hi, Celeste! I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is a very familiar name. Celeste or Celeste? Thank you for tagging your friend, Connie. I really need to wrap up, but parang hindi na uubos yung comments. My gulay. I'm so sorry guys, pero ganito po talaga tayo buwan-buwan, ano? Hindi ko po nauubos yung questions po talaga, ano? And hindi ko po sinasadya, guys. I really appreciate everyone. Pero yung mga hindi po matugunan, next time na lang po ulit, wala pong tampuhan, hindi po ako nang-i-snub, kaso medyo napapagod po ako. Marami po siyang delay, teacher. Halos pati pagtulog, hirap at picky eater din siya. Di pa nakakapag-conversation. Yung tulog, guys, tulog is so important. Bawat stage at age ng mga bata, may mga corresponding hours na kailangan natutulog sila. So, hindi ko masyadong memorize to, but I think ang mga 2-year-olds, dapat mga 14 hours a day pa talaga yan natutulog. So, dapat, aside from yung undisturbed sleep nila at night, dapat ay nagnanaps pa sila in the afternoon kasi dapat 14 hours yung tulog nila. Yung mga hirap pagtulog, alam niyo po, nung mga nade-describe niyo po, since kanina, lahat po siya pasok sa screen addiction because poor sleep quality is also an effect of screen time. So I think it will help. And I want you to get back to me in 2 weeks kung simulan nyo na po ngayon na hindi na po manood ng mga stuff, try lang po natin. If halos lahat ng mga i-describe nyo, makakita po tayo ng improvements. Pati po ang pagiging picky eater, ano rin po yan, epekto din po yan. Oh, hello, Daddy WR, another familiar name. Hi, teacher. I'm always watching your vids here. Ang lungkot naman, guys. Biglang may nag-pop up na angry emoji. Ba't naman may angry sa akin, guys? Hindi niyo gusto yung advice ko. But that's okay. You can please everyone. Hi, Teacher Kaye. I'm always watching your vids here sa FB and YouTube. Turning 2 years old na po. Hindi nakakapagsalita. Tinigil na po namin screen time. 5 days pa lang po, ino-observe po namin siya. Pero medyo nakikita po namin he's trying to talk na po. See? I heard kasi sa mga vids mo na try as much as possible 0 gadgets talaga. Thank you for the information, Teacher Kaye. God bless. God bless you also, Guways. Ang cute naman ng name, Guways. Our DevPed recommends OT. Would you think makakatulong kahit online OT? That's a very good concern because especially kapag toddlers pa, and because they need OT, we know that they need help with their working behavior. Siguro, I'm assuming that's what we're trying to help them work out. So, medyo mahirap po siguro unless you have parent training po muna. So, if we do find an OT online, I suggest several meetings first of how you are both going to collaborate kung paano nyo gagawin yon, because iuutos ni OT at dapat kayo po yung mag-i-implement dun sa bata kasi syempre minsan kailangan i-guide, i-facilitate kung saan ilalagay yung kamay, ano dapat yung paghawak, etc. etc. But just asking help from a professional like an OT will give you a better idea of ano ba kailangan yung tulong na ibibigay ko dun sa bata. Hello Riza. Salamat po guys sa pagbasa ng message. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. It's a good sign na nag-open na siya just to continue kung ano po nagagawa namin. Yes. I'm so happy for your success stories. You're welcome, Sarah. You're welcome, Chris. Okay, yay, we're winding down, I think. Hi, Maricel. Another familiar name. I haven't let my baby watch TV. 8 months na siya ngayon. Thank you, Teacher Kaye, for this advice. Super enjoy lang siya sa play and music session namin. That's awesome. Good job, good work. I'm so happy for you. May tanong lang po ako, paano, if ever balik ko po sa OT or speech therapy, anak ko last Jan 2020 po yung na-assess na pag-continue ko ng OT niya, need po niya ay pa-assess ulit sa NeuroDevPed. So, January, opo, kasi usually po, 6 months po natin because a lot can happen in 6 months. So, we need to know kung may nadagdag na skills na yung bata. So, magiging iba yung baseline natin. But, if you can contact po yung lumang therapist nyo, and I'm just giving this other option kapag, let's say, meron tayong financial concerns, medyo mahirap po magpa-assess ulit. If available pa naman yung report and sa tingin nyo, applicable pa yung skills, wala masyadong nagbago since January, you can explain this to a new therapist and say, can we just try to resume from this point? Kasi mag-a-adjust din naman ulit yung speech therapist kung paano mag-respond yung bata dun sa plan na i-prepare niya. So, makikita din naman niya kung, ay parang hindi na, parang na-check na niya tong skill na to from last January. So, yun po yung advice ko sa inyo. Sir Mark Anthony, baby ko hindi pa nagsasalita. I hope you can watch some of my videos po. Madami po dun from at least just to Ayan. Tanong mo, am I the only tatay? No, yung sa inyo right before, Mr. Mark Anthony. Ayan. I hope you can watch some of my videos kung hindi ka pa po familiar. Sa YouTube po, ang lahat ng content ko, it's Teacher Kaye Talks. Yeah, that's the name of my channel, Teacher Kaye Talks. At sa Facebook and Instagram, Teacher Kaye Talks din po. Minsan sa Kumu, I'll try to go there a little more often kasi doon po nakakapagpaakyat ako ng tao tapos diretso kami mag-uusap. So I'll try to explore Kumu again. That's at Teacher Kaye. So wala pong talks sa Kumu. Everything else, Teacher Kaye Talks. Yay! Hello, Lerma! My son, madami na po siyang alam na words. Ginagaya na lang na niya lahat ng mga sinasabi namin. Kaya lang po, di po talaga marunong mag-sentence. 1 word at a time lang po. 3 years old nung June. Di pa niya ako tinatawag ng mama. Totally tinatawag ng mama, pero alam niya na mama ako. Okay, so I want you to try po sa episodes ko about so episode 5 is how to encourage more sounds. Paano natin sila paggagayahin ng mga sounds para yung mga mama, magiging ganyan, matatry na nilang makopy. But specifically for the M and the P and the B sounds, nagawan ko na sila ng separate video. So medyo recent po yan, hanapin nyo na lang po sa channel ko kasi medyo namamadali na tayo ngayon. But I think they are episodes 42 and 43 po, and the more general episode on episode 36 about bulol is mostly how we cue yung pagbigkas ng mga bata. And then, yung mga hindi marunong mag-sentence, please try my episode called Expansion and Extension. That's episode 30. Yun po is kapag meron na silang one word at a time, kung paano natin dudugtungan. So there are techniques there kung paano natin mapaparami nung nasasabi nila. Mapaparami na either hahabaan nila yung sentence or mas marami na silang masasabi about a particular topic. So ganda po yan. Wow, pinuri ko yung sarili kong video. Medyo nakakahiya ako dun. Teacher, do I have to stop using alphabet flashcards on my 1.5-year-old? That's the first thing I use para ipakita yung image na apple para masabi niya. And then, okay naman, pero ngayon ayaw na niya. You don't have to stop, but you need to learn how to make it more meaningful for them. So again, sinabi ko kanina, ito. So another of our book giveaways ay itong mga unang titik at salita, because sometimes yung apple po, hindi relevant sa buhay nila. Baka hindi pa sila nakakita ng apple sa buhay nila. Pero in this book po, nakasama sa giveaway namin, may mga more relevant and more Filipino examples for the alphabet words, like A is for aklat, araw, and ahas, ganyan, imbis na apple. But you don't have to stop, because just the interaction you do with your child using pictures and visual materials, that's very valuable. So I guess making na lang the flashcards more meaningful. So kunyari merong picture ng apple, and then maybe one day pwede kang bumili ng isang apple, tapos iuwi mo, this is apple, ganyan, papakita mo na, paano, what do we do with apple? Oh, we can bite! It is red, it is shiny, an apple is a fruit, mga ganyan. So, yeah, find more ways na yung alphabet flashcards are more relatable dun sa bata. Thank you for tagging your friends. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, 7 o'clock talaga, guys. Promise talaga kahit di ko pa tapos. Pero nagigilty kasi ako Pero, yeah, okay. Sorry po, that was my toddler who react. No problem. Babalik ko po next week. Salamat po sa pagbasa at pagsagana. God bless. You're welcome, Kathleen. Thank you for tagging your friends, Mary Ann. Stay sane, safe and healthy, everyone. Maraming salamat, Teacher Kaye, Isla, and Ryan. Yay! Thank you, Daddy Ryan. Thank you, Baby Isla. Thank you for always keeping us company and learning together with us here. I super appreciate everyone in this community. Anak ko 4 years and 3 months na din nanonood ng nursery, naka 3 words at makapag-usap, pero minsan lang. Thank you sa advice, Teacher Kaye. You're very, very welcome. Hello, welcome, Ruth. So if you need more help, because I'm wrapping up, 7 o'clock po, patapos na po ako. But all my content is on YouTube, Teacher Kaye Talks po. You're very welcome, Cyril. Thank you for being one of the first ones to log on to our stream today. Hello, Win. Sorry, I'm about to log off at 7 o'clock. If gusto niyo pong meron kayong concern, pwede niyo po akong senda ng private message. Pero again, everyone, yung private messages ko po, yung inbox ko, sobrang punong-puno po siya. And I really try to get back to it lang in between my own work and my own, in my free time. So, hindi po sa lahat ng panahon na kapag nag-message po kayo, matutugunan ko po agad. So, I hope you understand that minsan hindi ko po mabilis na babalikan yung mga messages nyo. Like, sometimes I'm really, really sorry. I hope you understand. Pero minsan kahit mga 1 month old na po yung comment or messages nyo, hindi ko pa po talaga nababalikan. But I really try. But yes. Lang ako, nagdi-disclaimer lang ako. Okay lang po yung 2 years old na 1 year. Hindi pag may mga words like blue ball. Minsan din putol yung words like pag orange, kahit in-emphasize ko na yung pagbigas ng orange. Orange, pero nga lang ideally, for 2 years old, ang palatandaan po dyan in developmental milestones ay nakakapag-combine na po sila ng 2 words together. So, for example, like you said, blue ball, ganyan. Yan na po dapat yung skill set ng 2-year-old. Pero, in the example you gave ng orange, baka nahihirapan po kasi siya sa R sound kasi sobrang later pa po ng R sound sa speech development. So, baka kaya, ina-avoid niyo munang sabihin kasi ang hirap naman yan, hindi ko na lang itatry. So, try to see how many of the words na ganyan na first sound lang yung sasabihin niya, hindi niya ina-attempt yung iba. But, yeah, generally, try po nating habulin na dahil 2 years old na siya. The same episode I recommended kanina, ng extension and expansion, kung paano po natin mata-transition from the 1-word skill to 2 words and more yung anak po natin. Hi, Andrea! My son has cleft lip and palate but already done with his operation. Do we encourage po to have speech therapy? And palate, yes, I suggest po agad-agad po magpa-speech therapy because we also want to know kung nagka-compensatory techniques na with regard to breathing. Kasi isa po yan sa mga problems ng may cleft palate is dahil for a long time may butas po yung palate nila, baka nagkakaiba silang habits of breathing, parang share, basta meron silang ibang habits na, merong ibang nakakapag-form ng habits na nag-iiba yung breathing, kaya yung sound production na iiba rin. So, yes, as early as possible. Especially if you see, sorry po, baka naman po kasi nung na-fix po ba yung cleft lip and palate, lahat po ba naging okay bigla? Like, na-develop, parang biglang na-learn na lang niya lahat on his own. If you see na kailangan niya ng tulong, yes po, magpa-therapy na po tayo agad. Okay, last 7 minutes, guys. Baby ko pa 22 months na po siya. Papa, mama, baby lang po alam niya na word, pero hindi niya po inuulit pag pinapaulit na nakipag-usap po siya with eye contact. Yun nga lang po, hindi niya maintindihan, mahaba po yung sinasabi niya. Okay, mommy, so I already mentioned this kanina. This might be, you might be describing jargon. So I have an episode on jargon, para lang po, let's save, because I'm running out of time, but my jargon episode is episode 34, and I hope the techniques there will help you. If they don't, after you've seen the episode, like feeling mo, ay, hindi ito yung pinag-uusapan ko, just send me a message again and I'll try to help you next time. First time ako teacher will watch. Thank you. I'm so happy to have you here, my newcomers. You're welcome. You're welcome, Riza. Very good luck. Best of luck. You're welcome, Maureen. Thank you sa mga info and time mo. Thank you, Eds. You're welcome. Oh, thank you, Daddy Ryan. Yay, he linked it na for all the newcomers. Halos lahat ng videos na napanood ko na, yes, nakatulong po talaga. Thank you, Sarella. I'm so happy. Ang daming success stories today. Thank you for sharing it with me. Pamangkin ko 4 years old na pag may nasabi siya, di na niya nauulit. This can be so many different things kasi napaka-broad po ng description, but may I ask you to watch this episode 45 called Apraxia. Hindi ko po kayo tinatakot na may ganito po yung anak niyo. Sinasabi ko lang na this might give you more information on something that could be the reason na hindi siya nakakaulit ng mga pinapaulit niyo sa kanila. So again, episode 45, Apraxia po. And then if sa tingin niyo, parang hindi yan, again, message me lang po, Instagram or Facebook, Teacher Kaye Talks, and check out my channel. And subscribe na rin, guys. Lagi ko nakakalimutan sabihin yon, guys. If you have friends who you think na matutulungan ng information na to, guys, please share. Ask them to subscribe because grabe, it's a technology game now. The more people follow me, the more that Facebook and YouTube and Instagram will show it to other people. It will make me more discoverable. So guys, share lang po ng share if you think that it's helpful. Para mas marami pa po tayong matulungan. And yes, that's a collaborative effort. Tayong lahat po as a community, magtutulong-tulungan po tayo. Yay! Hearts, hearts, hearts! Yung baby ko po, 4 years old na po siya, madami na din siya alam, letters, color, shape, different objects, pero wala po siya focus. Mommy, so kanina po, na-discuss ko na po at the start of the stream that this might be an indication of screen addiction. I'm not saying it is, but usually po kasi kapag natututo ng letters, colors, shapes, pero nahihirapan mag-focus, lahat po siya ay medyo na-check niya po yung mga signs of screen addiction. And I'm going to pull up the post that I had on my Instagram about screen addiction and let me know if relevant po sa inyo yung information. It might not be, but it also might be, so I will share it with you. Ito po. cut and paste. All right. So, but it could also not be screen addiction. It could really be na nahihirapan siya mag-pay attention. And for that, we might need the help of an occupational therapist before to see kung may ibang underlying cause ba nitong kahirapan niyang mag-pay attention. You're welcome, Win. You're welcome, Mary Ann. Good evening. Hello, welcome, Joanne. I'm glad to have you here. I'm about to sign off in 3 minutes. I said hanggang 7 o'clock na lang talaga final answer. So again, last minute announcements, guys. Sa mga newcomers natin dito, welcome to you. All of my content is on YouTube po, Teacher Kaye Talks. But if you want to send me messages that I can read, although not very fast, Facebook and Instagram, Teacher Kaye Talks. And then we have an ongoing giveaway for Buwan ng Wika, mga librong gawa dito. This is mga unang titik at salita. Alphabet words na mas relevant sa ating Filipino setting and lifestyle. And then, yung isa sa mga binasa kanina ni Teacher Robyn at the start of our stream, When My Friend Smiles, but also these 2 books, When My Friend Cries and When My Friend Wins. Lahat po ito ay kasama sa giveaway namin up until August 31. Please look for the post mechanics on my Facebook and Instagram kung paano po sumali dito. And then, thank you, I'll do your techniques and for sure feedback ko sa'yo of success because my baby is a fast learner. Yay! I hope to hear from you. I hope to hear of success. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. God bless. Hearts. Okay, ito na talaga. I've reached the bottom. Good night. Yay, you're welcome, everybody. Thank you. And yeah, see you next month. And good job. Drink your vitamins, work out, and mabuhay!